Shop smart, shop S-Mart.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of the New Book Who Dis.
Now, I understand this might look a little bit like Topicless because...
everybody. Welcome
right, I've
Tuesday night, Topicless. Got our aspartame ready.
Got black coffee ready. Oh, yeah.
Black coffee ready. Let's do this.
You haven't time warped. It is still Sunday. The Super Bowl is still coming up, but we got a special episode of New Book Who Dis because my esteemed co-host has just launched another chapter in the Absolute Universe. Absolute One Stormy Night. Hey, nice shirt, man.
Thanks, man. Fits well.
Yeah.
People should go get one.
DeathMetalHero.com.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's too bad the hats don't fucking fit.
They don't fit me. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
But then again, the Frog G hats are kind of tiny, so they may not fit your dome. You know what I mean? So it all works out.
Oh, damn. It all balances out in the end. But yeah,
one size fits all. They don't. So yeah,
that's what they say. That's what they say. But I don't know that that's necessarily the case,
it's not
man.
True. Yeah.
So yeah, man. How you doing, man? How's your weekend going so far?
All right. Went to the comic shop, picked up a couple things. I'll show them on Topicless. But I actually had to edit a little bit on the campaign because of Hockey told me that the secret perk. The Australian shipping was still 45. Well, this is American 45, and like I have it set up as 7 for everybody because he's going to print and distribute it in Australia.
Right.
And I was like, at first I was like, oh, he's right. I got to change it, and I did change it, fix it. I was about to send out the emails for the new perk. I'm like, wait a minute, like that has the trading card with it. I gotta ship the trading card with those books anyway. That's why it was 45. I was going to fulfill those. But I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'll just ship him the cards. He'll print it and ship them and all that stuff. So I actually, and then I look up, it's 4:15. And I'm like, oh, I gotta make coffee. Like, you're ready.
Yeah. Gotta have the coffee for the stream. That's how we keep going, man.
Oh, yeah,
that's the secret to our energy and
aspartame.
Yeah, I avoid the aspertame, but you go
it's
ahead,
good for you.
man.
And it keeps you.
You can have all my aspartame. I don't want it.
Freshly young.
Yeah, and deposits that the heavy metals in the base of your brain. Yeah,
that's what keeps
Alzheimer's.
You young. You have Alzheimer's.
Memory loss.
You don't know where you're. Everything is new and young and fresh.
I don't think that's how dementia works.
I think
but
that's how it works.
Okay. You're the one drinking the aspartame, so I suppose you know.
I do know.
So you had a successful launch yesterday on Red Valkyrie's channel. Congratulations on that, homie.
Thanks.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's cool.
That's fantastic, man. And currently looking at 455% funded.
Pretty crazy,
that's fantastic, man.
I mean, it helps. People are picking up the original art, so that helps.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we'll go over that. But it's I honestly, dude, I expected. I'm like, hopefully I'll hit like $400 first day. Like that's what I was like.
Right.
Maybe I'll get that. That'll be cool. It might get funded in a week. Dope. But people came out, man. The fans showed up, and I can't thank everybody enough.
They showed up for you, which is great.
Yeah,
speaking of the fans, we've got a chat.
I got one right there. I got a fan right over there. I think there's one in my mom's room.
That's not the kind of fan I was talking about. But, Yep. Oh yeah. The fans, as in the fans of the work, and fans of the show and whatnot. Like Haldir here. What's up, Haldir? Good to see you, sir.
Okay, we can say hi to Haldir. I like Haldir.
Right. Yeah, and there's my lady. Hello, gorgeous. Skull.
Skulls and cilantros and skeletons and vampires.
Cilantros, she says.
And cilantro.
And listen to the Wise Feline. Remember to hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Hey, we got a Shadow Hawk. Hail.
Shadow
Good to
Hawk.
see you, sir. Says, hail all. DMH. Jason, hope you have another great campaign already backed. Hail, Inkslinger.
Yes.
Indeed.
Sir.
Indeed. Hail indeed. Let's see. We got a Hen in the chat. What's up, Hen? Good to see you. And, hey, speaking of Red Valkyrie. Hey, Luke and Jason, you guys are awesome. So freaking happy for your success. Yes, indeed. Good job yesterday, you and Cy, with the launching of the campaign. Yeah. It was good stuff. Good stuff. Thanks for launching our boy high and proud yesterday.
I wasn't high. I didn't do drugs.
What I mean, the campaign launched high and happy. You know,
It
launched on a good note, is what I'm saying.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, caffeine is.
my brain is getting younger with the aspartame, so I'm not fully grasping.
Again, I don't
regeneration.
I don't know that's how. I don't think that's how dementia works, but okay.
It's okay.
But caffeine is the most used drug in the world, and I love it.
That's true.
Oh, hey, thanks for swinging by. Good luck with the college stuff. It's always fun having to study on a Sunday.
Scam. That's
schemes and scams.
Schemes and scams in college. Hey, I fell for it too. I went to college.
Hey, what's up, Oliver? Good to see you, brother.
Oliver.
Welcome.
What's on, brother?
656 kicking ass.
Estás? Buenos dias, Oliver.
I'm not even going to try to butcher your language, Oliver. I'm just going to say,
I didn't try.
What's up?
That's how it goes. That's how you speak Spanish.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yep. Absolutely. Thank you, Feline. I appreciate you dropping the link there. Everybody, if you haven't gotten a chance to go grab One Stormy Night, go do so. Because it's only $8. Only $8.
Cheap. You get what you pay for.
Hey, man, you can get a couple of them. You can get both versions of the book, the regular version and the variant cover.
I would have finagled it so there was like 50 cents in there, like $7.50, but you can't do that on Indiegogo. It doesn't let you. So
there you go. You got to round up. Yeah. Let's see. Right back at you. Let's see. Kay says, "Hi everyone, welcome Kay. Good to see you. Hey Corey, what's going on?
What's going on, Corey?
Getting to the end. Let's see. That's 6 squids in the UK. Wow, it's a lot of squids.
It's a lot of squids.
That's
I know
a lot of squids.
Hen's mad at me for not setting distribution up in the UK, for not letting her do it, and she'll get over it.
Yeah. Hey, there's an Angela Curry. What's up, Angela?
Hello,
welcome.
Angela.
Welcome. So, are you going to be partaking in the Super Bowl shenanigans? Do you care?
I don't care. My mother makes some tasty treats, so maybe I'll sit up there. I like the commercials. I do like the commercials. They're funny sometimes.
Advertising firms spend their entire budget on a single single Super Bowl commercial. So
yeah, and that's why they try to make them, at least memorable. But,
well, I mean, memes for years. Budweiser.
Dude, they were so good. Real Men of Genius. Come on, man.
Yeah,
fantastic stuff.
Those Super Bowl commercials started legions of well-known commercials that became memes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it makes me wonder if if advertising firms can actually do that anymore. If they're capable of,
I haven't watched the Super Bowl in a long time, so I don't really fully know. I tend to hear, because my mom watches the Super Bowl, so sometimes she's like, yeah, the commercials were crap, and I hear that quite a lot. She's like, yeah, there's one. Usually she's like, halftime was terrible. Right. But then again, she's, in her 60s, so she doesn't care to see Beyonce. You know what I mean? But, and to me, one of the best ones.
I'm 40 and I don't care to see Beyonce, so.
It's not my bag, but some people like Beyonce, I guess. But Prince to me was that's like.
Well, I mean,
he did the best.
Prince is a talent, man.
One. Yeah, dude, he did the best.
You know what's funny? You know how I did Darling Nikki the Foo Fighters cover on Sing Along with Doom.
Yeah.
So the reason why the Foo Fighters did a cover of that song, they had asked to do a cover of they had asked if they could do a cover of a Prince song a long time ago, and Prince denied them. And then Prince did a cover of one of their songs in the Super Bowl. And Dave Grohl's like, well, what the fuck, man? Fine. So they did a cover of Darling Nikki.
Well,
It's
because he's Prince.
Exactly.
Short
little shit was going. Yeah, little shit was going to do whatever he wanted. Well, turnabout's fair play. So Dave Grohl got him back. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I thought that was pretty funny. But
that is funny.
Prince was a talent.
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt, dude. Well, if it wasn't for fentanyl, we'd probably still have him. So.
Yeah, if it wasn't for fentanyl, we'd have a lot of people, actually. Yeah. I've never watched the Super Bowl, says Corey. You're not really missing anything.
You're Australian. I wouldn't expect you to.
Well, I mean, you can watch that shit on the internet now.
You can, but that football isn't their thing,
Yeah. Defeats ball.
Yeah, they like the rugbies and the soccer, and we call it soccer, as you should.
Right. Jeez. Let's see. Remember to hit the like button, share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Let's see. Angela says, next time I watch the Super Bowl, will there be the Bengal? Will be when the Bengals go, so probably never again. Ouch.
Well, I know she's Ohio.
I love you too.
So, I know the Browns. Like we're in Cleveland. My Browns. My mom's a Browns fan. Huge Browns fan, and they did pretty well this year. Everybody was pretty psyched, but we're Browns fans. We know. Well, anyway, we know they're gonna mess it up. Like it's inevitable. So like they went farther than what people thought they were going to go. But
I mean, it's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see him go to a Super Bowl at least, while my mother is still alive. So, that would be nice. But
just for your mom.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of mothers, but I don't see it happening. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I used to watch football with my dad. Used to watch the Raiders.
Raiders were big back in the day, man.
Oh yeah, I mean this was back when we lived out in California, when they were still in L.A.
Oakland?
Actually.
Oh, the L.A. Okay.
Yeah, before they got moved to Oakland.
Yeah.
Yep, before they got moved to Oakland, and then once we moved down here to Florida, down in St. Augustine, we got the Jaguars, and that was actually the last time that I watched any kind of football was when Mark Brunell was the quarterback of the Jaguars. And if you guys don't watch football, I'm sure that means absolutely nothing to you.
No, I remember that name though. Yeah. That's Mark Brunell.
Time ago.
Mark Brunell, I think he was in the football game that I can't remember the name of the game. It was kind of like NBA Jams almost, like it was like out there and wacky and.
Okay, kind of like a football version of that. Got it.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, it was still like to the point and professional in a way, but I got away with a lot of shenanigans in that game because I would play the Jaguars and I'd always Hail Mary it and just have people jump in the air, and like the graphics were similar to NBA Jams almost. So. It was a fun game. I can't remember. Was it Blitz?
Oh, NFL Blitz. Yes, I remember those.
Yeah,
I remember those.
So I think Brunell was the quarterback in Blitz. So yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's been a long, long time since I've watched any kind of football. It was fun because my dad was into it. I never really cared all that much.
When I was younger, but then we got more into the comics, more into the art, and kind of gravitated just away from that stuff in general. So, plus us being sickly individuals, we couldn't play it, and when you can't like participate in an activity, sometimes you lose interest. So yeah.
I mean, I always felt the same way about baseball. Baseball's a lot more fun to watch, or a lot more fun to play than it is to watch.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Same with golf. Golf is excruciatingly boring to watch.
Yeah, dude.
But it's a lot more fun to play, especially when you're drinking beer and, almost rolling golf carts and giving fish concussions in the water traps. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wrestling alligators. Fucking terrible at golf.
Yeah.
Dude, I tried. My friend went to a driving range, him and his other friend, because they could do it. I couldn't hit. This is when I could see. I couldn't hit that ball to save my life, man. I'm like, how do you guys do this? I don't understand it. All I'm doing is getting mad. I don't like this. Like,
right.
Let's go drink. Like, let's go get drunk or let's get some food. Like,
well, see, this is why you drink while you're playing golf, so you're not quite so upset that you're not hitting the ball.
Well, we were on a driving range. I don't think they'd allow you to have a bottle of Jack.
Oh, well, shit. That's yeah. You're probably right. You're probably right. Yeah. Let's see. We got some person in the chat. Who's this Bascom fellow? He seems like an upstanding man.
Oh, then I don't know who that is.
Looks can be deceiving. Careful. Let's see. Never expected a sports talk on a stream promoting your comic. Well, you know, it's the fucking Super Bowl today, so yeah. And everybody has sports, some kind of sports history in some way, shape, or form. You know, whether even though you're not currently doing it, right?
You know, there's always those. You know,
you're at least vaguely familiar. You got people that are into it.
When I was younger, I liked the Giants for some reason. I don't know why, but I had a Giants like poofy coat, you know, and stuff like that. So
yeah,
like we're talking like when I was 10. So yeah, I mean, you know, we were into sports for a while.
That's cool. What's up, Bancroft?
Hey, what's going on?
Good to see you, sir. He says I've been to St. Augustine. That's awesome, man. If you ever make it back, hit me up, man. We'll go out and grab a pint. Yeah, there's some cool places to grab beers around here.
I know firsthand Michael Bancroft really loves the Fosters. I've seen him drink it on stream.
I'm pretty sure he likes the Victoria Bitters. I think that's their drink of choice over there. I think Foster's is like our Bud Light. Correct me if I'm wrong, Bancroft.
No, he drank Foster's on stream. He's like, he was like, okay, I got it. Mm-hmm. He was like, Foster's, so good. Foster's, my Australian accent. Yeah. So I remember distinctively. Super chats, galore.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. What's up, Shelby? Shelby says baseball more fun to play than watch. Yep, ice hockey is my favorite sport to watch live.
Shelby.
Well, that you go to a hockey game, you know, to watch a fight, and then usually a hockey game breaks out, from what I understand.
That's Well, hockey and boxing. I mean, yeah, you know, you go to a hockey game to watch boxing. You go to boxing to watch boxing. So. Yep.
You go to a boxing match to watch somebody get the shit beat out of them.
I always say, hey, we're watching boxing. Let's watch them hug.
Right.
You know, so it's like they're going to hug all night, you know, so yeah.
Hen wants to know how many backers you up to. Well, we're going to get to that.
Oh, I don't know. I honestly, it's kind of nice being on, like, I mean, technically it's my 4th campaign, but it's kind of nice being on my, 5th campaign. But anyway, later campaign, because I'm not as adamant or obsessive, I should say, about checking it. Like, and it's funded, so I'm like, I can sit back, so I'm like, it is where it's at. It is where it's at, which is cool. Whenever you're like, if I wasn't funded, I'd probably be checking like a phenom, but
right.
I don't know. I don't know. And that's good. I like that. I like being able to just like calm down and let it happen. So
relax and chill.
Dude, Ink was like that with Frog G, because it's his first campaign that he's like, a part of, and so he was checking it like every hour. I'm like, dude, you gotta stop. Like, let it just go, dude. You go
and drive yourself nuts. You got to just let it roll.
Yeah, let it roll. Yeah.
Yep. Bancroft says Jason sits on the throne of lies. Lies.
I remember the super chats, my friend. You can't deny it.
Maybe he had to drink it because
I don't know what
you're
talking about. I'm pretty sure he was more than willing to go get.
Okay, I'm sure he chose that all on his own, for sure. Shelby says, no, don't they hate Foster's in Australia? Hen says Foster's is not drunk by any Aussie.
Shelby, they hate...
says, nice Christopher Walken impression.
They hate Foster's as much as they love your Australian accent, Shelby.
You know, Jason had this watch, and he kept it, you know.
Kept it.
Yeah, I have to teach Jason how to do a proper Australian accent. Yes, somebody help him.
No. You gotta hear Shelby's authentic Australian accent. Every now and then when he's in the mood. It's amazing. It's like he's a pure bogan, you would think.
Maybe he learned from straight up bogans. Who knows?
He might have been hanging out with the bogues. I call them bogues. That's what I call them.
I'm sure they love that. So, We've got a campaign here that you are $2,227, 455% funded, 42 backers, still 30 days left, funded in under an hour. Kick
Crazy,
ass, my friend.
Crazy. And actually, the backers are more because it doesn't show the backers for the secret perks. So it might be at like almost 60. So yeah.
Hell yeah. That's what we like to hear. People taking advantage of them secret packs. Packs.
Which I said earlier, it is fixed. Now, thankfully, the person who has back so far from Australia did not select for it to get signed. So please, if you're watching this and you're in Australia and you're going to back it, don't select it to get signed. If you do that, then I have to ship it to hockey. Please, I implore you. You know, it's getting printed and shipped in Australia. I don't live in Australia, so
do our boy a favor and don't don't cost him more money.
If you do, I mean, I'll figure it out. But
yeah,
you know,
yep. Michael Bancroft says we're Brogans now. That's what they call themselves.
That's good. I like that.
That's definitely better. Got to hear Shelby's Australian accent. It's amazing. Jason 2024. Mm-hmm. And Feline dropping the links for Absolute One Stormy Night. Go ahead and hit that link and grab this book. As you can see, you can get both the regular cover and the variant cover for only $14. $14. That's nuts.
This campaign wasn't supposed to have a variant at all. I wanted a simple campaign, just the cover and hey, what's up, Liam, man? Good to see you. Just the cover and, a regular book and maybe some sketch cards or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Original art.
Right.
Shelby likes to force himself on me. He did it before with Absolute Book 2. He did it with Frog G. And you know what I think it is? I think he's been trying to get a cover. I think that's what it is. Because every single time he does it, it turns into a trading card of some kind. So I think this time
he finally got his cover this time.
He realized that he's like, here's your variant, Jason. Here's your variant cover. I'm like, no, Shelby, no. I don't need one. And so there is a Shelby Robertson variant cover, and it is insanely dope. So yeah, but no,
it's pretty fucking dope, and especially since it's kind of in the vein of Sin City, which we all know you're a fan
of.
Billy
did that Sin City font homage type thing, and so I had to do it once I saw it. But I wanted to keep it because it's a 24-page book, 48 pages, kind of like Absolute Book 1. Absolute Book 1 was $15, so I kind of wanted to keep it in the same vein of price point. In that regard. Now, granted, you can save $2 because it's an $8 book if you get the featured tier. And every book, like I said, please, if you live in Australia, don't select it. But every book has a feature. Every tier has the feature to get it signed by me. Now, not Shelby. If you want it signed by Shelby, you want Shelby's cover signed by him, you got to find him. You got to go hunt him down, bring him a cream pie, and he'll sign it for you. So
gross. Bancroft says, I purposely made that selection because I knew hockey was printing it. See, Bancroft's looking out for you.
I appreciate it, Bancroft. Not everybody will realize it though. If I had total strangers backing me in Australia, they may not realize it. So we'll play it by ear.
Shelby says he came in with that big D energy and Jason succumbed. Also gross. Yep.
He's not wrong.
Bancroft says, I got the Shelby cover, also got the Bloodbone with Shelby cover. There's a pattern for me. Yep, there's a pattern.
No, Shelby is as much trash talk as we do. Shelby is an insanely talented, illustrator artist. I mean, he's really good. He's really good.
That's putting it mildly.
So, I don't blame you, dude. That's also a good reason to get a Shelby cover on your campaign. You're gonna get sales. So yeah.
Shelby will send you a signed copy for $150. Includes free microwave ramen meal within the U.S. only, because apparently they don't want American food in any other country. I wonder what that says about our food here.
See, the gimmick behind that actually is the signed ramen is worth about $125. Mm-hmm. So you're getting
It's a hell of a deal. That's a hell of a deal.
Yeah. I have a signed ramen, Shelby.
Awesome. Did you open it and eat it, or is it still
No, what are you,
sealed?
crazy? You're going to devalue it? Are you insane? I'll put that on eBay.
I wouldn't eat it anyway. Yeah, there you go. Put it on eBay.
eBay.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, hey, there might be somebody out there that wants it, Apparently, they hate American delicacies overseas. Yeah, that's what we'll go with that. Yep. That's
that checks out.
Shelby covers are collector's items. Get them before he loses his hands to diabetes. Harsh.
Well,
damn, some person.
His legs are getting close. I mean, they bleed out randomly. So yeah.
Oh, Jesus! Stop eating processed sugar and all the carbs. Keto.
Aspartame.
Keto will help. No.
Aspartame.
No.
Do it.
No.
All day. Heal you right up. So good.
What's up, Nate33? He says, hail, have you fine gentlemen seen the Cyberfrog NASCAR rap campaign? I've heard about it, haven't looked at it, though.
I've heard about it. I didn't.
I know that it's Camelot or something like that. Yeah, I'm not big on racing either.
I'm not big on
I know
racing.
That it has to do with the Camelot dude, and he's super excited about it. And more power to him. If people are excited about it, then hail. Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I know we were talking about sports a little earlier, but I'm not into sports really. I'm into art and comics and stuff like that. I'm not into racing.
Sure.
So if he, whatever happens. Cool.
Yeah. Shelby says, thank you, Jason, for promoting my next comic, The Gist, on your current campaign.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome, Shelby. Yeah.
Hey, Jonas. Welcome, sir. Good to see you. Welcome. So speaking of this campaign, Feline, I appreciate you dropping those links, everybody. Go ahead, grab yourself a copy of this book. So where does this fall in with the Absolute Book 1 and 2? Where does this in chronological order, I guess is what I'm asking.
It's after book 2.
Okay, so it's a continuation.
Yes and no. Like, it's after book 2 mainly because if you've read book 1 and 2, you'd realize it wouldn't fit anywhere. Like, there's no way he'd be able to break away from that journey, that adventure, to go do this. So, and plus he's got a different outfit anyway. But yeah, so it takes place after book 2. How long? I don't specify because there's no words in this. But so it's after that, and it's very simplistic in general because I can't reveal too much because it'll kind of spoil what the book is really fully about. But the samurai priest goes on a little adventure over the course of just one rainy, stormy night, on a quest. He goes on a quest. So what that quest is, you got to back the book, flip through it to find out. Because like I said, there's no dialogue, there's no narration. There are sound effects, so it's a silent book. But you have there's still if somebody. Every time lightning strikes, you do like a crack a coom or something, and anytime it hits somebody, or there's a stabbing motion, there's sound effects in that regard. So it's not completely devoid of any verbiage of some kind. So, but there's no dialogue, no monologue, no narration, no nothing. It's just and if I didn't, it's all storytelling. But if I did it wrong, at least you got some cool artwork to look at. That's the way I look at it. So I don't know.
Yeah, kind of like a silent film, Nate.
Yeah, kind of like a silent film, only with sound effects, like I said, but like a silent film. And I'm not a veteran of comics. I've drawn the Absolutes and the Frog G's, but I don't have 30 years under my belt, so I don't have the experience. So hopefully I was able to do the storytelling right and correctly, where you could follow it just fine and understand what's going on without needing that explanation part of it, of a narration of some kind. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah. So
I mean, these pages, these sample pages are pretty fucking badass, dude.
Thanks,
man. I'm digging them.
Fun. I had a lot of fun with it, and that's kind of what this is, a fun little experimental book that just came. I always wanted to do a silent book ever since. I didn't get the G.I. Joe silent one. I got the Sin City Silent Night. And that's kind of what inspired me to do something like this. I've always loved that idea. Yeah. So, and I tore my rotator cuff in January of last year, and finally I was able to get scheduled surgery for July or June, end of June, in that year. So I was like, okay, and I was drawing Frog G, and I was like, I have to finish Frog G before the surgery because I don't know how long I'll be in a sling, and it was on my left shoulder, so I couldn't draw. So I finished Frog G, and ink had work happen and all that stuff, so he was not fully hitting the colored pages as he wanted to. So I was sitting there with nothing else to do because he's drawing a supplemental and not making it. So I'm like, I always wanted to do a silent comic, I might as well do that now while I'm just not doing anything really. I mean, I'm drawing doodles because I'm healed up enough where I can draw. Like, I might as well do something. So I'm like, I don't want to write anything though is the thing, because I don't want me to write something and get in the absolute mindset and then have to go write Frog G and be like, okay, because the way that Frog G is a little more fairy tale comic-y, or even like Spider-Man-y, like snarky stuff like that. Absolute's a little more grounded and a little more serious. So I didn't want to have to twist on those heels. So it's like, if I don't think in that and I still was thinking like, what would he think here, say here, but I didn't have to worry about writing it all out. So I was like, this is the perfect time to do the silent book and get that under my belt, because I knew it wasn't going to be a long book. It's only 24 pages, and that's why it's the price point that it is. So yeah.
Lord Liam says, a book of straight art, no words to get in the way. That is correct.
Yeah.
Save for the sound effects, like explosions in Star Wars. Yeah, but we, the original trilogy, at least, we love those.
Yeah.
Angela Curry says, the story, though, is its own story and not related to the first two books.
Yeah, you can pick this up, and if you didn't have Absolute 1 and 2, you can still get this and not know who Samurai Priest is at all. And like to you, it's just some dude with a sword going on fighting a bunch of things and trying to do stuff.
Yeah.
So you don't have to. You don't need a backstory for him and for this book to be like make any sense. But if you have 1 and 2, it's cool just to see where he came from and stuff like that. So it doesn't mess you up either way. And also, if you have 1 and 2 and you don't end up getting this, you're not going to lose out when the actual Samurai Priest Tabby story arc is, because I'm going to do that. That's the next actual full on Absolute book, is a Samurai Priest one with dialogue. So you won't miss out if like you miss this and then get the other one. So it like I said, this is just a little fun little story. So yeah, it's a self-contained.
Yeah. Right on. And Kay says, love the black and white artwork. Jason, you're an awesome artist.
Oh, thanks, Kay.
And Feline dropping the link for your other book, Frog G, Voodoo Gods and Magic. And also got your Twix link here.
Twix is so good. I know my sister likes to eat the caramel off the chocolate caramel part and eat the cookie after. It's weird. I don't understand that. I just eat the whole thing. But yeah. But yeah, no, these pages, this is all traditional. I know how some people know how I work, where like Frog G was, I would draw like kind of like the outline parts of it digitally, print it out, and then add the sexy and so it's 80% traditional, 20% digital. This is all traditional. There's no digital in this. So I don't do that all the time. And that's why this actually looks the way it looks and is looser and it's more energy, because there's no, I would sketch out a very, very, very loose sketch of the form and stuff. And then I would just go in and ink it. So I might make a mistake and I'd have to work with it and just play with it. So that's why a lot of this is actually just, pure emotion and energy. So yeah.
I mean, that's cool though. And there's a lot of just forward momentum with this. You know what I mean?
The sound effects are digital, so I kind of lied. But the art.
Well, I mean, there's a little bit, but it's not not the full.
I don't know anybody that does letters and sound effects traditionally anymore.
It's just
don't.
It's just easier. It's just easier to do them this way.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you could if you really wanted to, but it's that's going to take a little extra time.
Yeah.
And you can just layer it in the background back there. Shelby says most people don't crack open books I've drawn variants for anyways. Win-win. Well, there you go.
And that's why it's good to get the feature tier on this. You get the Shelby book that you could just keep pristine and nice and get it CGC'd, and then just read mine.
There you go. Michael Bancroft says, it's a dude with a sword fighting things and doing stuff.
Yeah.
That's the basic gist of it right there.
This isn't pointless. This does further the Absolute IP. So, if you pick this up, it'll be kind of cool. There will be other stories that kind of, if you had this, you're like, oh, aha. So, this isn't a completely pointless thing. It even says in the thing, change the absolute forever, blah, blah, blah. So this does further the IP. So if you pick this up, it won't be a completely pointless thing. So yeah.
Yeah.
I obviously can't say too much because it'll spoil.
Well, yeah, it's 24 pages. You know, it's actually more pages than you get in a normal comic coming out in the stores these days, unless it's an oversized issue. And Nate, these are the interior pages that you're looking at right here.
Yeah, those are interior pages. Now they're not in order. I don't have like page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on here or anything. I picked just some random pages that showcase the artwork, and not the entire thing. It's called One Stormy Night, but there are some interior scenes and stuff. So there's not like they all black background and rain all the time. So, but majority of it is that there was a lot of bottles of ink went into this, like 9 or 10, I think.
That's like 13 whole squids.
Yeah, it's a lot of squids.
That's a lot of squids.
Butchered them all.
Shelby says, I respect those who eat candy bars as if they were fruit. That's interesting. Nate says he freezes his Snickers. Angela Curry freezes grapes.
No, frozen Butterfingers. Oh, they're so good.
Ferrero Rochers frozen are pretty damn good. I don't really eat candy
I love
bars.
Ferrero Rochers, dude.
Oh, yeah. Toss them in the freezer. They're wonderful.
Really? I'll give that a go next time.
Yeah. Try it, man. They're great. Yeah. Bancroft says, I do my sound effects by hand. Well,
you're a lunatic.
Splatter done right. Nice. That is correct.
I could have sworn Bancroft did everything digitally.
Yeah, but I mean, he may still draw the letters by hand. Or maybe he's just putting the digital letters in by hand. You know?
Oh, that could be it. Still same principle, I guess. Yeah.
Shelby says, I tried a frozen Snickers, almost broke a tooth. Yeah, you got to be careful.
Yeah, I don't know about the frozen Snickers, mainly because of the caramel. That frozen, that might mess with you. But yeah, frozen Butterfingers, delicious. And I'll try the Ferrero Rochers.
Yeah, try that, man. The wafer outside, and then the chocolate is a little more firm. Yeah, it's pretty good. Some person says I freeze my ice, works really well. Yeah, I've heard that is the case.
It's a little suspicious.
Melted ice is lame. Frozen is better than liquid ice. Yeah, I mean, you're just kind of left with water at that sound.
I liked ice when I was on dialysis because I wasn't allowed to drink a lot of fluid, so I'd eat the ice. But not being, I don't want ice in my beverage. No, don't water down my stuff, man. Stay away from me.
Indeed.
But yeah, that's the Shelby cover.
There you go.
That is not for sale. Screw you, I'm keeping it. So that's mine. Just like the absolute trading card that he did that. I kept that. That's mine. So yeah, I the Frog G art sold though, so somebody's getting the Frog G art.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So you can see, as you can see, you can get the main cover or the variant cover, or save a couple of bucks and get both of them.
On top of that, you're saving shipping if you buy each one separately. Now every tier does have the add-ons to it, so if you back whatever, like I have a sketch card and you want to get another, or if you just want to pick up another book. For each one, you can add on more books. So yeah,
absolutely,
it's a straightforward campaign.
Yeah, not a whole lot of tiers, but check out these sketch cards down here. While supplies last, jump in and get them now.
Only 10. I'm only going to do 10 sketch cards. See, this is why I thought 400 at most on launch day, because the sketch cards are 40. I have 10 of them. I figured that's pretty affordable. Pretty affordable.
Absolutely.
And that's the other thing I have more expensive stuff. So I'm like, I wanted something that's some affordable art though for people. So I'm like, this is a good way. And these are not black and white. I'm gonna Copic color these. So yeah, they're pretty dope. I like
Hell yeah. Yeah. And as you can see, 5 out of the 10 are already gone. Already gone. So you've only got 5 left to get. And I imagine that they will get snapped up pretty quickly as well. So don't wait.
I'm sure over the course of 60 days they'll get snagged up. So you might want to get one now rather than wait a few days and find out they're not available anymore. So I don't have much original art that's affordable on this campaign. So.
And you can get an original panel art and book for $175. That's a fucking steal.
Well, dude. Adam Lawson kind of ruined this for me. He priced out Krager at $160. I'm like, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I know 175 would be actually pretty affordable. I mean, I kind of think it's a good price point for my stuff. And also, yeah, our economy's kind of crap. So you get the book, you get the art, and it's kind of affordable. It's still expensive, but it's at a good price. And then Adam went and, ooh, 160. Like, dude, it's Craig.
What are you doing to? What are you doing to us, Adam? Come on, man.
At least do 180 so I don't feel like a chump.
Right.
But
yeah, I mean those Krager pages for Jawbone Death are just,
dude. Jawbone.
I mean that
Death
whole book
looks
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, listen, people are getting a steal on that. They're getting a steal on these for 175.
Well, and also
a full page and a book.
And that's first come first serve. So when I go to fulfill the tiers, I'll do a PDF. I'll send you a PDF of the so on and so forth. So whoever obviously in order. So yeah, so you get to pick which one you want with that. So yeah.
Well, there you go. I mean that's pretty fucking awesome, dude. I gotta say, So don't wait. Jump on this now. I'm just saying. And then let's see, original splash page and book, $250. Oh, so this main image that you see right up here at the top, this one right here.
That's probably gone because there's two people. That I think
there's only 3 of those available. So 2 of them are already gone.
Yeah, so
there's only 1 left.
So I guarantee you, when somebody because that's dope, dude. That's one of my favorite ones. So
dude, it's a primal image.
Yeah. So hey, all 3 of them are cool, but so you're not gonna be like, oh, I got a crappy one. No, they're all 3 are really good, but that one is just, and also that one's on the campaign. So yeah,
it's highly visible. So people are going to see it.
Yeah, I was going for a very Sam Keith look to that one, and I think I pulled it off pretty well.
I think you did too, man. Yeah. I love the rendering on it. The lightning behind him and the rain hitting him. He looks like he's about to cut an unwary motherfucker in half.
And I succeeded in what I did.
There you go. Mm-hmm. And let's see. Thank you, Feline. Australians only. Please refund and reback using this link right here. Make sure that
no. Uh-oh. That's the secret perk link.
Oh. Oops.
Feline. Delete that. No, if Australians back the secret perk link, yes. So, yeah. So as Bancroft said, he did. So refund Bancroft and reback because the shipping was too much. No, he backed a regular tier, I think. So if you backed a regular tier, you're fine. It's fine. The secret perk link is the one that was jacked up. So that's the only one Hockey said that had the because that's the one that had the card that I charged a little more for shipping. So yeah,
gotcha.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good. And if they did, then I get some more sales. If they happen to click it, I get some more sales then. So there you have it. But I doubt that many. I think Bancroft and Corey are the only Australians listening. So yeah.
All right. Absolutely. This is the link. Go click this link right here. This one and go back at the book.
Now, okay, if I did mess up and you notice it, DM me on Twitter, Facebook, or whatever. If you're watching this and you don't even know who I am, I'm on every social media platform. Just DM me, message me, or I'll fix. You can even message me from the campaign. And it'll send me an email. So if I messed up somewhere, let me know. I'll fix it. I have to hide the perk and then make another perk, and I will do that. I don't care. So yeah, I messed up plenty of times on campaigns, even though I've done a bunch of them. It happens.
Yep. So she fixed it. She took the link down. So that's the proper link down there. This one right here.
That's all good.
And Nate says, how long is the campaign running for?
It's going to be, since it's already funded, so it'll be 60 days because I'm going to do the 30 and 30. Now, I could theoretically, if I really wanted to, just do 30 since it's funded, get them all printed and ship them all out. But, I'm doing the 60 and 60 because of Frog G. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, give people a full opportunity to check this out.
Hold on 1 second.
And the cover art is already gone. Look at that. Already gone. So, somebody jump on that real quickly. Yeah.
Be right back in 2 seconds.
Yeah, go for it. We'll just we'll peruse the campaign here. I'll talk with the chat. Bancroft says, "Nah, it's fine. Shipping was $11. $11 ain't nothing." That is correct, Nate. So yeah, as you guys can see, the original artwork is going fast on this campaign. You've only got 5 sketch cards left. There's some pages left, but there's only one splash page left. So jump on this while you can. So a steal, and if you're a retailer, jump on this retailer bundle. That way you can get 5 of the books to have in the store. So yeah.
Yeah, I recently added that one actually. The retail perk. I recently added that. Which I think I was in Red? I was in Red Valkyrie, and somebody in there had said, I would like. I think it might have been Hen. Was like, I love a retail perk. I could just give some to my friends then and stuff. So with that, you're not getting like 5, 4 for 5. You're still saving money though. So it's $35 for that, and so this now that's the only tier that doesn't have them signed.
Right.
On purpose. I'm not gonna, so yeah, that's the only one that's not signed. Also, if it's a retailer buying it, they would want the signature. Some of them want it CGC'd or in person and verified. So
of course,
yeah, I wanted to play it safe. So yeah, but it's a good deal, and that one you can still add on the Shelby Robertson cover though. So yeah.
Stippling Vaughn says, "Congrats, Jason." What's up, Stippling? Good to see you, Thank you for hanging out with us. And Nate says, "The more I look at this, the more I want it. I got time at least." Yeah, you got a little time.
You got time. Yeah, you got 60 days. So, take your time. Now, what you can do, Nate, is click the little heart button that says follow up at the top. And so anytime I do an update, it'll get sent to your email as well, even though you didn't back it. So it'll kind of register like, hey, I wanted to back that campaign. That's right. I forgot about that. So that way you don't forget. If you're,
click
really
this right here.
I've done that with a few campaigns myself where I've clicked that and it's helped me back in the future because I always can't afford to back the things I want to back when they come out. So yeah.
Oh, looks like you got a couple more backers.
Thank you.
Since we started.
Nice.
Yep, up to 44. Thank you guys. Appreciate you doing
Appreciate that. Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. So is this, will there be more Absolute in the future?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
This, like I said, now, there's definitely an Absolute Samurai Priest that if you have book 2, you'll know who Tabby is. So there'll be a story with them too. Like I said, this book also furthers the IP, so that will be more there. I also have characters from Absolute 1 and 2 that I really like. There's a Native American Indian chick in one of the panels. I was like, oh, that's dope. I got to do something with her. And there's a little monster with a bunch of eyeballs. I'm like, oh, I really like him. I'm going to do something with him. So this is like Sin City because it's all like it takes place outside of it sometimes, but it mainly takes place in the city of Pazaus, in the town of Pazaus. So this is like my Sin City where I could just play with characters more than just like world build because, man, I'm not interested. Other people do it, and I don't know how. I'm not interested in having a whole dynamic, landscape of continents and tribes and people. I kind of want to focus more on individual story arcs and character development. So,
well, I mean, you can build the world as you go out too. They venture out to the city. You can build things as you need it.
You could, if I really wanted to, and it gets to that point. But the way that we do these indie comics and the crowdfunding, it's not a monthly basis thing. So it's a little harder to keep people up to date with that stuff. If I tell a character story arc in like 48, 72, or however many pages as a complete, at least you get that story arc that you're good to go. And if there's more stories, you're not going to really miss out, So like Absolute 1 and 2 worked out the way it was just because of the way I initially had it set up. Going forward, I'll probably have self-contained. I'll see how they go just because of the way we're doing crowdfunding. Now, the way Inkspots and I are trying to work this, because we're trying to do our thing. So what we really want to do is have like a Frog G type title of some kind, maybe and then also do, because he's going to have Metal Mayhem Rock Boy and do his thing, and I have Absolute. So we're hoping like 2 campaigns a year. Then, if this is our full-time job, we can easily do 2 campaigns a year. Like I drew the first 5 pages of this in 5 days. I could do a page a day if I really wanted to. Now, granted, this is messy. There's not as many backgrounds, and some pages took me 3 hours. Some pages took me 8 hours. There's a couple pages where it took me like just a day and a half or so, just because of the way it was. But I could do a page a day if I really wanted to. So I could do 3 pages a week easily, and get 2 books out a year. And InkSpots could do the same. So that's if we're doing this full time, though. Yeah, so we have full-time jobs. He has more than a full-time job, because he's sometimes working like 80 hours a week.
Well, he owns a business, and he seems to be the only employee that actually works. So
well, he is, as of right now, he is the only employee. So at his business, so he's crazy busy with that. In real life, you got to deal with your bills. You got to deal with everything. Like, as of right now, crowdfunding doesn't pay the bills. Comics don't pay the bills. Maybe it will one day, hopefully.
Yeah.
So
got to keep pushing forward. Hopefully it will.
Right.
You know?
So that's why I'm like, world building for me doesn't fully work yet. Now, could it? Yeah, I could. Like, I mean, theoretically, like the Envy from the first book, they come from outer space. So that's outer worldly right there. So I could technically keep going and going and going and going if I wanted to. So.
Yeah, I mean that means that there's more stuff beyond the planet Earth. There's alien races out in the universe. So I mean, there's plenty of potential here, and because you have it structured kind of like Sin City, you can just keep adding to it. It's you've got the ability to just keep adding different stuff to it.
And that's where Samurai Priest came from. Actually, was because I did the Marvel method, or like I laid it out, but I didn't write it, and I laid out first few pages or whatever. I didn't lay out the first 26 pages at all, but I laid out or 23, but I laid out the first few pages. And Samurai Priest was actually in the background of one of the panels whenever the old man is walking into the shop. So I just drew him in the background. He's kind of looking at the old man. That was just a background character. I never intended on using him at all for anything else. And as I developed the book further, I'm like, that character looked pretty cool. So then I started putting him in other panels, and then, I fully introduced him. So I'm like, he came about by accident. So that's where, like I said, like the Sin City or Marvel method, it works for me. It's just like just tossing in characters that are, I'm that kind of guy that develops on the page. I don't really do too much preliminary stuff. So.
Right. Nate says he really likes that variant cover. Yeah, Shelby knocked it out of the park with that
dope.
one.
Yeah. Go American Discord with an H on YouTube. Go subscribe to Shelby.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Stippling Vaughn says, I always get bogged down with the world building.
That
can happen.
Yeah, that's the other thing. If I'm doing just character development, I don't have to worry about, the getting, like he said, bogged down with world building.
Right.
So, it keeps things a little more confined and easier to manage.
Absolutely.
Like he's venturing outside of Pazaus in this story, actually. I mean, you don't read it, but, he goes outside of the city. So it's not like they never leave the city, but all the characters are based around or from that area. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fucking cool, and it gives you a central location. So the only consistent, like one of the main consistent things is the city. People get used to seeing like landmarks and stuff like that, like the bar, that you were in Absolute 1 and 2,
right? And and with the city, like it's not like these characters. Oh, when they know it. No, if you live in a city, you don't know everybody in that city. Like you might see somebody you recognize once in a while, but it's highly dense and a lot of people, so you can tell as many stories as you want. And that's my whole concept, my idea anyways. Like world building, there's a lot of people in the world, there's a lot of people in one city, so
especially a large city.
Especially a large city, so you can just focus on that, kind of be good.
Hell yeah. Bancroft says, just follow the trail of cereal crumbs and you'll find Shelby. And Nate says, that's how I found Lucent, breadcrumbs.
Yes, that's right.
Yo, what's up, Phil? How you doing,
Phil?
man?
Good to see you, man.
Welcome,
sir.
Let's see. Yeah. Please listen to the Wise Feline. Remember to hit the like button, share, and subscribe. And also, go hit that link and back this awesome book.
Yeah.
$8. $8 for a comic book.
Well,
you can't beat that.
And now, that's the other thing. Like, everybody's like, oh, why can't it? Not every campaign can do this. Not everybody can do this. And it's $8 for one. There's no dialogue. There's no writing. I didn't have to pay an editor. I didn't have to pay a letterer. So right there, I'm saving money. It's in black and white. It's not in color. I didn't have to pay for a colorist or to get it colored printed, which jacks up the cost of printing. So the printing costs are lower. It's just me. So I'm not going to really make money where I could quit my job on this. Like, it's just a book I wanted to do so I could put it out. If this was something where I had to worry about, like, because Ink is co-owner of Frog G, but he's not co-owner of Absolute. So if I wanted this in color and I wanted Ink to do it, I have to pay him a page rate. And then, like I said, I have to print it in color. That jacks up the cost there. So there alone, like, I'd have to charge at least 15, maybe 20 for a 24 pager. So, I'm able to get away with it just because of the method that I'm doing it. If this is a regular book at 48 pages, $25 just because of the costs, printing, paying people, everything like that.
Of course.
So there's and plus there's a premium printing. So there's a reason why these books are costing what they cost. We're not Marvel.
Absolutely.
We don't have a slew of team or company finances. So
yeah. Well, and there is something so indie comics about black and white. I mean, you and I have discussed this many times. A lot of the indie comic books of the 80s were black and white. Mm-hmm. In the 80s and the early 90s. I mean, you got the Ninja Turtles being one of the most prominent ones, the most well-known indie comic to ever be created. Yep. The Crow is another one, black and white sensation. Cerebus, there's a huge Poison Elves. There's a huge history of black and white indie books, and there's something just that feels indie about black and white to me. Yep. So I'm glad that you're keeping it in line with the other Absolute books. Which now, speaking of the other Absolute books, they're not available on this campaign. Will there be a chance for people to get Absolute Book 1 and 2 at some point in the future? You want to do a trade?
I do have a couple copies left of some of the variants, or maybe one or two of the originals. But so you can DM me, and if I have any, I already have 2 people that have. So I have a few books that are already gone. So, but DM me if I have any left. I'll let you know, and I'll tell you price point. PayPal me, and I'll send them out to you. But if those run out, there is a with the next Absolute Samurai Priest Tabby story. I want to do a trade of. I tried to launch it before, but I didn't do it right. I didn't do the grind. I didn't promote it as much. I didn't do launch. I didn't do what I was supposed to do. It didn't fund totally. So, but the trade will consist of Absolute 1 and 2 and the 2.5 ash can that Plague.
Hell yeah, the Plague did.
Mm-hmm. And he did that because the story didn't fit. So I'm going to put that little battle scene where it would have gone. So
okay. Nice.
Yeah. So there will be a trade that will be offered because the goal for that campaign will be a little higher because of that. Because I still got to print that.
Right.
But it's fine. I already have the cover done. Ink Spots is already good with the cover. I already did all that because the cover is going to be in color. The interiors are going to be in black and white. So
hell yeah.
Yeah. So there will be so later on, yes. But like I said, with this, you don't desperately need it, but it'll be kind of fun to see where it comes from. So, you can still get it later on, or if you DM me on Twitter or Facebook, or if you do it on Instagram, it'll take me forever to get to it because I'm hardly on Instagram, but I'll still find it. So like I said, I only have a few left. I have the Krager variant, and I think I have some of Book 1's variant. I'm not sure.
That Krager variant is just fucking insane. Yeah. I fucking love that book.
And I kind of feel bad doing that because that was the secret perk one, but the cost is more whenever you're getting it now, so it's kind of justifiable. It's the only one I have left. I don't have any more.
Look at that fucking cover. Yeah. Krager's such a beast. It's a full wraparound cover too.
Yeah,
just saying. If you guys haven't gotten this book, just hit Jason up and get this magnificentness. Look at this.
That's so dope, dude.
Krager's so damn good. Yeah.
So good, dude.
So yeah, if you haven't gotten these, make sure you hit Jason up and ask him. While supplies last.
If I even have 5, I don't even know. I have very little.
There you
left.
go.
Yeah. So,
And when I was working in the comic shop, I sold quite a few of these in the shop as well.
Yeah.
So they're good books. Do not miss them. Do not miss them. Nate says, "Do you sign your books or do I have to DM?"
With these ones, there is a feature on this where you could select to get it signed by me or not. Now, like I said, if you live in Australia, for the love of Pete, please say no. But but no, everywhere else, because I'm even if you live in Spain, I'm shipping there, so I could sign those ones and send it out. But yeah, with this, there's a feature where now there isn't a feature to say where, so I'm going to sign it on the cover. So you have to be okay with that. I only want to do so many selections per campaign. So so you could either,
keeps the campaign page simple.
And like I said, this is only going to be signed by me. The Shelby cover, if you want that signed by Shelby, you have to hunt him down, pay him in ramen, and get his signature. So.
Or a Bell Beefer, bring him several Bell Beefers, and you might be able to get him to sign it.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
Might get him to sign it that way.
Yeah, sign it in Taco
Oliver
Bell
says
sauce.
the price point is insane. That's right. Jason making it affordable for you guys to pick it up.
Times are tough too, so I mean, I could have gone 10, and I'm like, I don't know. So I put it at 8 just because of the economy, also. But
being good to the audience, man. Giving them an opportunity to get a good book for a good price.
Now, I don't want to speak out of turn here, but a little birdie told me that Hockey plans on having his price point pretty affordable as well. So, to me, a 24-pager black and white in-house, it 8 to $10 is actually kind of good.
I agree,
especially with it being like just one person doing the whole thing, and also premium printing quality. Because regular comics are anywhere from 4 to 6, I think. It depends on the book. Yeah. So it all depends on the book. So you're really only paying a couple bucks more, and you're getting better paper quality. Sometimes you're getting better art and story. I'm no Dave Finch, but still it's cool artwork.
Who is?
Dave Finch is. That's who is.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
So,
There's only one of them.
There's only one. But but you're still getting dope art. You know what I mean? And it's in-house. Like I said, we don't have big companies, so we're trying to get these funded. And if we were to do this all the time, we want to do this as a living, so we want to pay ourselves. You get paid for your work.
You gotta be able to buy groceries and take care of bills and stuff like that.
All that stuff. So,
gotta make a living.
So that's why also price points seem to be a little higher. It's also because we got to pay ourselves. Like, we have to afford all the costs and expenses that a business does. A business also pays its employees. The person working on the book is the employee. So that's why price points seem pretty high. They're really not. It just looks that way. So, yeah.
Well, you got to cover costs. You got to cover,
Yeah. Pricing is a big issue in the crowdfunding scene. And I get it. But and these economy, it's tough.
These are again, as you said, this isn't Marvel. No, Shelby, this isn't Marvel. Not at all.
No, you don't have to quit.
Yeah. So you got overhead. You don't have the scales of economy that the bigger companies have. It's more of a prestige format thing. They're limited print runs, which means they have a tendency to be worth more later. Limited print runs generally mean more the supply and demand. There's less supply, so there's more demand theoretically.
This book is 99.8% finished. The only thing I got to do is the interior creator, whatever. What do you call that again?
The indicia. Oh, yeah, the credits page.
Credits. Yeah, I got to do the credits page and then the back cover. That's all I got to do. The book is done. Covers are done. Yeah. Interior art's done. Lettering's done. Everything's done on this. So all I need is the money to get it, to crowdfund the money to get it printed and shipped. That's what I need. And because this did so well, like I said, those secret trading cards are going to be metal. So I didn't know what I was going to do at first because I didn't know how the campaign was going to do. So those are going to be metal. But yeah, and also this book won't be late because of that. And I was going to address this. The reason why a lot of these books are late is because we're not Marvel or DC as to where we could, get under the thumb of somebody and be like, look, you're going to lose your job if you don't. Like, sometimes health reasons happen or life happens.
Life always comes first.
Really important things do come into play as to where these books end up being late at that point. Now, there is an acceptance of late, in my opinion. This is true. So, depending on the reason. Like, if you're like, oh, I broke my thumb. It's like, okay, well, that takes only a few months to heal. You could work after that. If you're like, oh, I lost my arm and I got to learn to draw with my other arm, that's going to take a while.
Well, yeah, that's more understandable.
Yeah. We're not all Charlie Snogans, so
right.
It's going to take a while.
I miss Charlie.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, he's cool, dude.
I hope we get to see him again soon. I realize, again, real life always comes first. You always got to take care of real life shit before any of this.
Yeah, and like, let's say I was like, it did happen with ink. He's my colorist, and even though I'm done with my part, if something comes into play where he falls and breaks his neck and is hospitalized with diabetes and everything like that, or something happens, he's the colorist. It happens. So don't blame particularly the one person for something that he really has no control over. Like I said, it's not Marvel. I can't find another ink spots to like go ahead and color this, or there's
only one of them.
There's only one. That coloring style is unique. So
which
like
makes
Billy's the only
unique.
one who could maybe do it, but he's a little tied up too. So so it is what it is. So if you see a book that's really late, note that there's probably a reason. Probably there's some books out there that have no reason, but
yeah, this is true.
But
we try to cut creators a little bit of slack.
Mainly because this isn't our full-time gig. But but like I said, this is done, so you won't wait. I just need to get it printed, shipped to me, sign them, and get everything. Once I get all the bells and whistles settled, so that's why I have it set for October. Is just in case. I could have said it
just
for
to give you some time.
Sooner. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Feline, again for dropping the link. Everybody, hit this link. Go back the book. As you can see, it's a fantastic price point. And Nate says, having 4 kids and a comic habit is tough, yo. My old lady found out what I spent on comics last year. Well, maybe she'll be okay with you spending like $14 on a couple of comics this year.
Yeah. And you got plenty of time. And
thank you, Haldir.
Hey, thanks, Haldir. I don't know if I'll go in demand with it though. That's the only thing I don't know.
All right, so you got 60 days.
Yeah.
60 days to back this book and to get on it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome, man. All right, well, is there anything else that you want to talk about before we go? Shelby says he can't sign anything right now. Had to apply pressure to stop the legs from bleeding. Stop eating so much sugar.
No. It's not the sugar.
It's definitely not the diet that's leading to the diabetes. Yeah, no, totally. Anyway,
it's his cat constantly bugging him.
Blame it on the cat. Okay. Yep.
Cat.
Yeah.
Go check out Frog G also. If you don't like this book, we got another book, Frog G. Go check it out.
That's right.
Blue Gods of Magic. Like and share and subscribe on this channel if you please, if you're new to it, and drink aspartame.
And there's the link for the Frog G campaign. It's also in the description of this video.
Thank you.
Feline has been awesome dropping the links in the chat for everybody. So use them and take advantage. Sugar helps the blood clot. Okay, sure.
See.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
He's trying to help his body. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here. Chat, you're amazing. Go grab this book while it's available. And dude, Jason, thanks for coming to hang out and talk about this book, man. I'm looking forward to it. Well, of course, dude. Anytime you got a book coming out, you're always welcome to come talk about it. So yeah. All right, guys, we will see you later. And thank you for joining us. And remember,
Shop smart, shop S-Mart.